China Salesman is a 2017 Chinese action film. It's pretty much universally hated. It also stars Steven Seagal. He's heavily promoted in the advertising. I was watching a bunch of his movies from his later career, which we're going to get into.
What happened?
One night, I decided to watch a Steven Seagal film called Sniper Special Ops. I wasn't expecting him to be good, but he doesn't even stand up in this movie.
Soon I hope, man. 119 is shot. Can't fix this damn thing. Probably we're gonna have to just wait it out.
Oh, we're gonna wait it out? Sitting in the chair?
You got a round lodge in your spine. I stopped the bleeding, but there's really not much more I could do for now.
Even though Steven Seagal is an action star, he doesn't participate in any of the action.
Listen, man, you're gonna get a silver star to this when it's all over.
They're playing the same exact music. I watched a few of these. A lot of them have really bad posters.
That was the safe place to put my motherfucking money.
Whenever he does martial arts in these straight-to-VOD movies, it doesn't look very convincing.
I must be a dumb motherfucker.
Like this one, Asian Connection, if we're just gonna talk about Seagal, he's barely in it, which is to be expected. So this is way past the point where he stopped caring about acting. For most of the film, he's mumbling his dialogue, and the sound mixing is so bad, you can't even hear what he's saying.
It would break my heart to kill you.
Then there are these weird scenes of him doing, like, God, what is this? China Salesman is the one I find the most genuinely entertaining of all the ones I've seen. Not Death of a Salesman, not The Killing of a Chinese Bookie.
The Great China Salesman.
Even though this is a Chinese film, it's mostly in English. It can definitely appeal to an American audience. That's why they got Steven Seagal and Mike Tyson. That ought to get my white American ass in a movie theater seat. So that's supposed to be Steven Seagal on the motorcycle. So they digitally added in his face? Doesn't this look great? The movie just started and they're giving you this dump of exposition. Way too quick. The scenes are over in like 30 seconds. You can't even process what's oh, here's Steven Seagal.
That's good. Show him the guns.
I know it looks like you're watching security camera footage from his office, but no, this is from the movie.
How are you, sweetheart?
Great.
Ooh.
Hey, Steven.
Yeah.
Despite him being the ugliest, biggest, most disgusting, gelatinous, awful-looking person...
Are you really as good as they all say you are?
Every once in a while.
And yet, this asshole gets paid to come on set and have a film made around him and marketed around him.
Now we're talking.
In China Salesman, he plays the owner of this bar. He doesn't do anything and he's barely in the film. There is also Mr. China Salesman himself, Yan Jin.
Well, yes, I'm a China salesman. Why don't you call me Mr. Yan or Yan Jian?
What Yan Jin is trying to do is win this competition so his telecommunication company called DH can control communications between North and South Africa. Man, that dude's nipples are just piercing through. There's this French guy, Michael. He looks like a cartoon character.
Thank you, Michael. But you know, there are certain lines we'd better not cross.
Okay. I take it back.
Michael is part of an evil company that wants to stop DH, so he hires Cabal.
Our people are not extinct. We're now spread all over Africa. For sure I can recover our nation, but I need your help.
That Sprite looks good. Then we cut back to the two Michaels at the bar.
Hey, Michael, how are you? Good.
Mike Tyson was digitally added into the scene.
All right.
It's just not good. Whoa, ear flick! Hey, Poster shot. Deadly contract?
How you doing, sweetheart? Everything good? Happy? All right?
Oh my... One of the main selling points of this film is that these two legends are gonna duke it out. The good news is this fight scene is very early on in the film. However, they were able to film the whole action scene in such a way where you never see Mike Tyson's face and Steven Seagal's face at the same time. Almost like they were using body doubles, because that's exactly what they were doing. The whole fight is about a minute long. These two never share another scene. I mean, they haven't even shared a scene. I don't have an issue with an actor wanting to use a double for a scene. I mean, this guy's throwing some pretty massive kicks. We're cutting between a bunch of different things going on. Mike Tyson's on the computer, this guy's on the computer. Like, what the Whoosh. Whoosh. Whoosh.
Susanna!
Whoosh. There are so many bad edits.
Mr. Duchamp.
Don't worry, the police have been paid off.
Okay.
That wasn't a scene!
Okay.
Now we're treated to this.
Competition is the foundation of all business principles.
Even though being a European company.
Like, this is junk dialogue.
Exactly. Yesterday.
What do you all think?
No problem.
Michael, how can you make a decision on this without consulting us first?
How can you do this without consulting your European friends?
You just make a fool of us in there.
Yen Jin just stumbles across a kid getting sacrificed and he tries to rescue her.
Get out of here! Get in the car!
Holy shit! She got to the hospital and then within 30 seconds, like, all this stuff happened.
It's an injury caused by an excision. She'll be all right.
What? Incision?
Look at the editing on this part. Hey, fake outrage. Rabble. Help, the town is being destroyed. Oh no, the town is being destroyed. Everyone run, it's a riot. Everyone's getting beaten with pipes.
The capital is in chaos. The Civil War is unavoidable.
This is Andy Nelson reporting live from the Capitol.
Andy Nelson.
UN personnel have all situated the search.
But it gets really bad. Like, the military comes in and starts blowing everything up.
People's Liberation Movement.
We have now arrived to this scene. Yen Jin is crossing the border between North and South Africa. They're fired upon. And they try to look for a UN flag. Yen Jin looks in the car and finds, well, the same year this movie was released, Steven Seagal gave an interview to promote another movie he was in.
You know, I just finished a movie called Attrition. It's a movie about human trafficking. It's a movie about kung fu. It's a movie about honor and a great action movie. I'm just doing the post for it in Asia right now, and it's a great movie. I think it's one of the best movies I've done in a long, long time. And we have just, you know, a ton of enemies within. We have these, you know, Democrats that have this whole other agenda to kind of, when I say Democrats, it's not just the Democrats, but there are this whole group of leftover Obamaites, and
it seems like he completely lacks any self-awareness. He keeps saying the enemies within.
Sort of the enemies within.
The best place to talk about American politics is Russia, with the Kremlin behind you. Who even cares about his opinion on any of these things?
For anyone to think that Vladimir Putin had anything to do with fixing the elections, or even that the Russians have that kind of technology, is stupid. And, you know, we have a situation here where really all of this is happening, in my opinion, from astronomical propaganda, and this kind of propaganda is really a diversion, you know, from creating a diversion so that the people in the United States of America won't really see what's happening.
So now that we've allowed Steven to talk about propaganda, let's get back to this scene from China's Salesman.
I got this. Chinese flag.
Chinese flag?
Yeah.
Are you suggesting we're gonna use it?
So So Steven Seagal is going to lecture me about propaganda when in the same year he is in a film that has a scene with this.
I think it's outrageous. I think it's a joke. It's disgusting.
Anyway, there are a lot of scenes of people sitting in a conference room just talking about telecommunications.
Now, please turn on your server. Please turn on your host machine and set the frequency from 1880 and set the number to 8866.
If you find that interesting, that's great.
I just sneezed.
Then they get shot. And Mike Tyson comes in. They come in shooting. Where's Steven Seagal during all this? He's sitting down.
Yeah.
They're able to turn on all the radio towers, and I guess the day is saved. But then Michael comes in and accuses them of intellectual property theft.
Friends of the media, the evidence is right in front of you. Follow me, please.
Michael! You're such a liar!
Oh, look who decided to show up again before the movie's almost over. Did they film this in his hotel room?
Hey, why don't you guys speak English?
Everything has built up to this moment.
You know, I had a dream last night. Dream about the land that my tribe is going to be living on. It's a beautiful land.
There is a telecommunications awards ceremony. Yen Jin and his company win.
Excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, the man of the hour has arrived. He did not let me down. He did not let us down. Let's all welcome the great China salesman.
As they're presenting him his award, Mike Tyson comes in and ruins the whole thing.
Do you really want one of these people to die? Huh?
He puts up a live stream of Michael, who is tied to an explosive vest.
You'll get nothing!
Then Cabal delivers one of the most emotional monologues.
I have sinned against the Adon tribe. I have sinned against Africa. I have sinned against the ancient Matulu kingdom. Brothers and sisters, let go of your dreams of recovering the ancient kingdom. Let go of your hatred. Yes, let it go. And you will find peace wherever you may be. Please, just let it go. Please.
He continues to talk about his tribe, then he shoots himself. Yen Jin was under arrest for fabricating documents and illegally releasing DH3G source code. 2 days later, he was released without charges. Later, he turned down the offer of a promotion from DH, choosing instead to return to Africa and continue advancing the African mobile telecommunication market. Releasing 3G source code not only broke down the long-term monopoly barriers and unseen rules of telecommunication industry, but also boosted global mobile telecommunication development. Whether we are in Europe, America, Asia, or Africa, and whether we are rich or poor, very soon we will all enjoy the same technology. Our dream of a global village will come true. The whole point of this film is supposed to be how great telecommunication is, like we're all connected, but the final act of the film is Mike Tyson live streaming this guy getting blown to bits. How does that line up with the message of the film?
Our dream of a global village will come true.
By far the best parts of the movie are the action scenes. The sound design is actually pretty good. The explosions are well done. The stunts are pretty cool. It's pretty good. What ruins the action sequences is the editing. It often just devolves into a bunch of shots of people shooting.
Is this your goat? Madam, excuse me.
Most of his scenes in the film are shot against a green screen.
Or the sea.
So why was he cast in the movie? Why was Steven Seagal cast in the movie? Well, people know who they are. With a $20 million budget, it didn't even break $2 million in China. There are so many characters, I was never actually attached to anything that was going on. The editing is a mess, yet this is still, by far, the best Steven Seagal film I saw in the bunch. Let's not forget our main subject. Yeah, the fight between him and Mike Tyson is kind of cool, if they were actually in the same room, but that's 10 minutes into the movie. Seagal doesn't do anything for the rest of the runtime.
Listen, man, I don't care who you are or about your veiled threats. When I say no, it means no.
He has a complete lack of passion for his work and for the craft of acting. The absolutely horrific reputation that precedes him is warranted just from watching this movie.
Fuck you.
I don't know why any film studio or production company would associate with him. Anyone with that kind of reputation should definitely do an AMA, which is what he did a few years ago. Let's read some questions he got.
Good idea.
Hey Sensei Seagal, big fan of your work. Just wanted to ask you about your musical abilities. When, where, and how did you start playing the guitar?
I started playing the guitar in Detroit in the 50s. And I was in an all-black band.
Hey Steven, I live in Vancouver and know a ton of people who worked on films with you. Is it true you insist on blocking many scenes so you can be sitting the whole time because you're too lazy to stand up? Is it true you insist that productions hire someone to hold a card to properly shadow your horrific neck fat? Is it true you're an unbearable dick who bullies everyone on set and acts like an A-list star even though you're starring in a shitty C-list movie? Mr. Seagal, let me first say that it is an honor to talk with you. It's not every day someone gets to speak with the king of improv.
I mean, I am the king of improv, if you'll forgive my saying so. I get the essence of what has to be conveyed, and I make sure that that is conveyed, and after that I sort of say it the way I would really say it.
Hey Steven, I need some clarification. In the 2015 smash hit, Good Man,
Shall we go?
Are you for real?
Not really. It's all fake.
there's a certain line of dialogue me and my friends have been discussing.
What happened? They took her. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. 'Cause now, I will snatch every motherfucker birthday.
What do you mean by this? Have a great day. Hey Steven, can you explain how you developed the front kick that Anderson Silva used in his UFC fight? That same kick has its origin in old Okinawan karate, which originated from Chinese boxing. In what way did you enhance it and made it feel it was now your version of the front kick? Steven, you're my absolute hero. I've watched everything you've ever been in, from Nico to Out for Justice. Okay, this is a bunch of bullshit. Hi Steven, Jean-Claude Van Damme has recently stated that he believes he would, and I quote, wreck you in a battle of martial arts. What is your response? Hey Steve, what exactly happened to you during your kidnapping by the Gambino family in 2001? Hi Steven, do you have any regrets for driving a tank into that person's house over a failed cockfighting raid, which resulted in the death of an innocent person's dog for your TV show? Hi Mr. Seagal, is it true that you punched John Leguizamo during rehearsal while you were filming a movie? If so, why did you do it? Hi Steven, do you feel any remorse for physically assaulting your ex-wife? Does it conflict with your current job as a police officer? Hey Steven, why do you beat women? Oh, that got him to sit up. I thought China Salesman was great. Well, in comparison to Sniper Special Ops, I mean. My goal with watching these was just to get an opinion of Steven Seagal, because I'd never seen any films from this guy.
So what do you want from me?
And it was hard to evaluate from like 10 minutes of him being in the movie.
Alright, consider it done.
To evaluate China Salesman properly, you have to look at it in comparison to the rest of the Steven Seagal movies. Do I recommend any of these films? No. Let's go back in time, shall we? Shut this off right now. Steven Seagal is mainly known for his films in the late 80s and early 90s. Above the Law in 1988, Hard to Kill in 1990. There was a point where people really saw this guy as a badass, or at least he was marketed that way. After those initial few hits, his career started to go downhill, and it's only gotten worse and worse to the point where he's making films for people who don't even know the good stuff he did. Like, I've never seen any of those films. I only know stuff like The Perfect Weapon and A Good Man and like all this junk he was in. If I wanted to see this guy in a movie, I would be very disappointed because he's barely in it. He barely does anything. So to get our fix of Steven Seagal's late career, we're going to go through all of these movies. Next, we're going to go through a little film called General Commander. It's good we watch this now, because I wanted to add some context to like who Steven Seagal was and what to expect from his movies, especially compared to the next movie we're about to watch. It's one of the more recent ones. I believe it is the most recent one. It was released in May of 2019, and then Beyond the Law, which is his most recent movie, was released in December of 2019. General Commander was supposed to be a TV show, actually, or a miniseries, but they couldn't even get 90 minutes worth of a movie, so they scrapped that idea. So you know the opening of True Detective, or the opening of Narcos? That's a really cool opening. Take a look at the General Commander one. La vida es paz. You can see the edges of where they were cutting the characters out. What is it with China Salesman in this, with these walls of text that I have to read? I'm not watching Blade Runner. 8,334 people are added to the organ wait list each month. The acting between the extra going like that and like his... The first act of this film, you're supposed to see the team get together and accomplish a mission. They're trying to stop this guy from doing a heart transplant. Then the CGI blood.
Game's on.
Oh, he's on the move. Steven Seagal uses his famous kick to kick the door down.
Put it down!
I'm gonna show you something. Do the right thing.
You're gonna eat this pill.
Why is his dialogue echo?
My country. Slaughtered. That's the stuff they're not telling you. Where we have literally two governments inside a government. Nobody...
Why is there a close-up of his goatee? The editing in this film makes absolutely no sense.
That you all are no longer what they're looking for in Southeast Asia.
Why are we fading into a shot of his nose?
And we will be able to move forward in a different way in the future. I'm leaving, guys.
She's right. If the agency wants us out of Asia, we're out. There's nothing more to talk about.
What? I can't believe they did that same effect like 5 times. That's how I feel. Okay.
I can come now. I don't know yet. Maybe not for a few weeks. Sorry.
That's it? That's all we got in character development for him? How many goddamn scenes in this movie is he gonna be on the phone? It's every scene now.
You make another move or blink the wrong way, I will kill you. I will kill your mother. I will kill your dog.
And then he has this awful hand-to-hand encounter with this guy. This sucks. Maria goes to church and she reconciles her demons. This guy just punches some bags.
Deal with it! Now calm down. You know what Jake's going through? We're all going through it. Now pull yourself together. Stay down!
Oh, now this is a sentimental moment?
And I expect to see you tomorrow. I'm done with this shit.
they flash back to a scene between the guy who died and this dude, where he like remembers his friend.
No, not tonight. I'm just gonna take it easy.
Take it. Since when do you take it easy?
Don't look at me like that.
What is this? You holding out on me?
Oh, I wouldn't do that. I'll catch you tomorrow, buddy, huh? I'm out of here. All right.
Holy shit. This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Where is Jake? Where is Jake? Where is Alexander?
Where is Jake?
Where is Jake? Where is Alexander?
I know where he is.
Where is Alexander?
I don't know where he is.
You're lying to me.
Do the characters in this movie have telepathy or something?
You know where he is. You're lying to me. Harrison, I want answers. You're my straight arrow. You're the guy that always follows by the book. Where is Alexander?
I don't know!
So is this supposed to be the second episode or something? It's about, it's about 50 minutes in. Hey, it's the Chris Hemsworth lookalike. Why'd they show them out of order? They keep using, like, the same shots of them.
Copy that.
We're on the move.
Literally just a bunch of shots of people shooting. I can't tell where anyone is.
I got clear shot, John. Fucking move! Let the girl go!
It is just very confusing.
Let the girl go! Jake! Let me fucking take the son of a bitch! Come on, man! Give me the fucking dog! Jake! Let me fucking take him! Let me blow his fucking head off! Let me take him! Put the gun down!
He's having PTSD.
Drop the gun, motherfucker! Drop it now!
What was that? The big climax of the movie is a CGI helicopter starts shooting at them on a road, and Steven Seagal's, taking cover behind a car.
Merry Christmas, mother!
General Commander.
So one more scene with Steven Seagal, he gets blown up by a missile for some reason. I don't even know why.
So did he die? Or what happened?
What? Are you kidding me? This is a real globe-trotting adventure. We go all over the world. We go from Thailand to Hong Kong. You don't see the characters walking around in the setting. You just see them talking in a room that happens to be in Thailand. Like, it's just on a set somewhere. It was the same shot from when he fell before. Let's go through the characters briefly so we somewhat understand who they are. On this team, we have Sonia, Anna, Maria, Tom, and Ben, with Steven Seagal leading the team, and Jessica is their superior. None of these characters are interesting. They don't have anything going on aside from shooting guns. The film is just too short to have this many characters. You need to flesh these people out more. I see how this could work in a television show format, but not really in this movie. You want to put yourself in the shoes of a badass dude who you want to be. And I don't want to be Steven Seagal.
It's not that I've risked my life for my country and done things that most people couldn't have done.
I get it, Steven Seagal.
This country that I love so much, country, is the real reason why I feel so betrayed.
For all of these films I've seen, they bring him on set for a couple minutes so they can put his name on the cover. And then the film around him is total filler. At least if the stuff around him was entertaining, then okay. That's kind of what made China Salesman watchable. That movie also had way more production value. How does a film like this get made? Well, whether he cares or not about acting is irrelevant. It's irrelevant to the fact that he's enough of a name to get someone to pay money to rent a crappy movie with him on the cover. He's the only reason anyone would ever watch this movie. I'm not watching this movie for Ron Smurenberg. At this point, the formula is starting to wear thin. He's ginormous. He doesn't even move. I very much appreciate action movies where the leads do their own stunts and are consistently part of the action. There are 10 shots in this movie where he stands up.
We're on the move.
China's Salesman is a little overproduced, over-edited, overlit, overacted, whereas General Commander is the epitome of laziness. Based on the research I did, the two worst Seagal films by general consensus, The Good Man movie or whatever, and this one called The Perfect Weapon. I know I sound cynical about these Steven Seagal movies, but I did go into each one with an open mind. But if I had stumbled across one where the action was good, or the story was interesting, then that might make me give it a chance. There's two trailers for The Perfect Weapon that I could find on YouTube. First one is by Momentum Pictures, which is like the production company for the movie. The second trailer was uploaded by Titus Parr, who is the director of the film. First, we're gonna watch the one from Momentum. I'm gonna turn the bass down a little bit. From the trailer, you can tell Steven Seagal is not gonna be a big part. That was kind of bland. That was a bland trailer. So now we're going to watch Titus Parr's trailer that he uploaded.
When I lift you up, you go up. All of
They really put this in the trailer like that's one of the highlights?
You need to take out the director. Uprising is on.
Directed by Hollywood International Film Festival winner Titus Parr. Okay. The logline of The Perfect Weapon is another cliche action movie story that you've heard a million times. The not-too-distant future is a dystopian world ruled by the dictator played by Steven Seagal. Condor, who is the perfect weapon, teams up with his lover from the past who he thought was dead, and together they get into poorly shot action sequences and really laughable love scenes.
I love you, Nina.
Oh yeah, I like this close-up. Oh no, it's the SWAT team. Then this guy comes in with a beard. It has like a little bit of red right around the chin.
Have you ever felt real pain?
Ow, owie. Oh. This torture scene is so unnecessarily long. What's the point of watching this? This wasn't supposed to be dramatic, right?
Pull his pants down.
Oh boy, he looks really excited.
This is my project. I won't have you slicing his manhood for your own amusement.
This dialogue.
I don't even think he knows who, but I will find the mole in the records.
Didn't you just say you almost had a confession out of him?
I almost had a confession from him. I don't even think he knows who.
How would you get a confession if he didn't know? And they put some cheap tarp up so they didn't get blood anywhere?
You do this, and you come back to me.
So the reason they're setting this all up to be a sweet romance is so she can betray him at the end, and he has to shoot her. Very dramatic. The lead of this film was directed to be super serious, like deadpan. The action scenes are just a bunch of quick-cut, handheld shots of people punching. The kills are very silly. There are a lot of fake muzzle flashes and bullet hits that are clearly added in post-production. They superimpose Steven Seagal's head onto someone else's body. They superimpose video footage over a building. This effect is done consistently throughout the movie.
May our director live forever.
There's a point they establish that she can do these crazy backflips. Yeah, she would get absolutely eviscerated.
This is where it all happens. We're the resistance.
We're the resistance? They won. Okay, there's a drone. Okay.
Go ahead, raise your hand.
Go ahead, raise your hand. Go ahead.
You see, when I raise your hand, you go up. When I raise you down, you go down. When I lift you up, you go up. All of these things. The balance is almost there now. My biggest concern right now are the illegal broadcasts.
My biggest concern is that I'm not gonna get my paycheck, and my biggest concern right now is I'm gonna miss lunch.
So what is he doing within these few minutes he's in the movie? He's usually chilling out with a hot woman next to him, of course.
Every meridian in your body is an organ. Everything is corrected. Everything is connected to your nervous system.
He said everything is corrected, and then he corrected himself and said connected.
Everything is connected to your nervous system. Everything is corrected.
I guess my more poignant question is, why does he need to touch a naked woman?
Spine has all of the nerves coming into all of the organs. So we massage kidney, liver, heart, spleen, everything.
Everything, right.
This is what I need to teach you so that you can do the same to me.
I just wanted to thank everybody for all their birthday wishes. Thank all my fans, and thank you guys for signing up to be friends, and thank you for all the spectacular photographs. I enjoyed looking at.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'm gonna snatch every birthday.
That made no sense at all. That shot.
What's the meaning of the truth to you? Everything we hear is an opinion. It's not exactly a fact. Everything we see is perspective. It's not necessarily the truth.
Whoa, this scene is getting way too deep for me.
I want to see if I can come down inside your mind a little bit and see if you understand what the real reality is.
The lighting in this scene is terrible too. Like, it's trying to be cool with all this blue and pink, but the skin tones on Steven Seagal, he's completely blue. And they're really gonna play this music again?
This is my destiny.
Also, a katana doesn't make a sound when it's pulled out.
What's not good for the state? You've done a wonderful job for me, brother. I'm really proud of you and really grateful to you. You gave me your life, you gave me everything.
His brother's bleeding out, so he kills him with a katana?
You had my word. Avenge me, brother.
Is this setting up a sequel? Why does it matter that he has a twin brother? What relevance does that have in the story? Okay, so you want to know a fun fact? The year The Perfect Weapon came out, 2016, he had 5 movies that came out that year. 5. He was in 5 films. We haven't talked about Code of Honor, End of a Gun, or Contract to Kill.
I will snatch every motherfucking birthday.
I just hope that our dream of a global village comes true. Can't wait for that.
Okay.
So they played the footage of the movie for you then?
Yeah, so then
and
they
you
sit
had
me
to
down.
do the voiceover. So this is like the first time you actually saw the movie.
Yeah, so then they played the movie for me, and I just could not stop laughing. Like, I was falling apart, and I couldn't figure out what was happening. Like, I was like, why is everything... I was like, first thing I said was, why is everything green? Why is everything green?
Was there significance to that?
And
Like
she said, it's green because in China, green means horny. And this woman is so horny that everything has to be green because it is so significant to who she is as a person.
There are like China production companies involved with producing this movie?
Not a Chinese production company. It was a Chinese church. She had convinced a church that she was going to make a movie about religion and God and Jesus, and how Jesus would help through his spirit you can find love, basically. And so, by the way, when she showed this to the priest from the Chinese church that paid for it, he shut it down. He was like, shut it all down.
Yeah.
He was very, very offended by the film, and then she had to go find money.